Alright my friends, so let's have some fun and bake some cookies. We're baking cookies because we love snacking. Check this out you guys. I will be baking this. Alright. It comes in 2 of these packages in a box. Alright. And it looks like this. Alright. Oh days me, I'm dropping it. It looks like this basically. Alright. You break the seal, right? Take them out. You follow the instructions, follow the directions. Follow the directions. And then, once you break the seal, alright, you want to keep them fresh. So, put them in a Ziploc bag, close it tight, put it in the refrigerator. Alright, you can do both ways. You could store them in the refrigerator, or if you want to long term, you can store the box in the freezer for long term usage. Alright, but let's say you want to cook them and you take the box out of the freezer and they're frozen. You gotta let them rest on the countertop at room temperature for about 1 hour, alright, before you bake them. But if they've been in the refrigerator, alright, you just take them out, set them aside on a tray like this, set them aside for 10 minutes at room temperature, let them soften up for 10 minutes, and then you bake them in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees, and then, amaze me, you'll have some awesome cookies, because that's how we snack at Taco's house. Be back later my friends after this is all said and done. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. These cookies are awesome. Alright my friends, so this is the first batch. Alright, now at this stage it looks like it's trial and error. Alright, timer said set for 13 to 15 minutes, depending on whether or not you have a regular oven or a convection oven. Of course, naturally, I have a convection oven. You hear the fan spinning in the background. So when I go to touch them, they seem like they're cooked. They appear to be stiff. But generally, when I cook cookies, I like to pull them out when the edges are brown. But in this case, the edges are not browned, but I think they're still done at this point. I don't want to cook them too much because they look like they might dry out. Alright, so like I said, this is the first batch, trial and error. Let's see what the second batch looks like, and you gotta stick around because order is near. So yeah, if the cookies stick together, alright, you can always use a pizza cutter, right, and just cut through them like that, and they should break apart. And then you gotta let them cool, alright, 10 minutes or whatever, because if you try to move them off the wax paper, they're gonna crumble, they're gonna break apart. So you gotta let them fully cool, and then you can move them. Alright, I just placed them on wax paper just like I baked them on this glass food chopper thing, and yeah, waiting for the next batch. Alright, so the first batch did not come out too bad. As you can see, they're nice and golden brown, they're not burnt, they're very, how should I say, they've stiffened up, but I don't think they are dry. And yeah, waiting on the second batch, and that's how cookies are done. Alright, cookies all done. Alright, all done. And the browning aspect is pretty good. It's not burnt or anything, it just has a nice dark color. But again, with these cookies, I think if you're not experienced in cookie baking, you have to watch it very closely, because you don't want to overcook and you don't want to overburn. So you have to look for signs of wellness. Hey, is that a term? Yeah. When you start to see the browning at the edges, then you should at that point stop baking and take them out of the oven. But like I said, if you're not experienced with baking cookies, you're gonna have to play this by ear. But overall, I think they came out pretty good.